Chapter 3 of Evil Reincarnate, Real World. Connie drove her dark blue Acura Legend through the traffic along Sunset Boulevard, hitting the brakes more often than the gas. She did not even listen to the music from her tape deck, some harpsichord thing by Bach that she played for her patients when their nerves went bad. She was thinking about Tod Jarrow, what he had said and done, what had been done to him. She did not need the videotape to bring that back. It was locked inside her head, playing over and over like an endless loop. She remembered the smugness in Ed Dormer's hard eyes. "Thanks for coming by, Doctor. You tried your best." A superior smile flickered over his face. "Some types just can't be helped. They won't permit it." "I'm coming back later, Lieutenant, to finish the interview." He looked at her then, as if she had made a bad joke. "Once would be enough for most people, Dr. Stallman. Besides, he's being transferred soon. He's not our problem anymore." "He's my problem now, and I'm going to talk to him again." "Whatever you say, Doctor." In truth, she did not want to talk to Tod Jarrow again, ever. The mere thought of it terrified her. But whatever he had done, he was suffering for it now, trapped in a world of pain. "That's why I got into this kind of work," she reminded herself, waiting for an endless red light to turn green, so I could help the Tod Jarrows of the world. She had wanted to be a doctor ever since, at the age of 7, she first helped inventory her father's pharmacy. The late Andrew McKendrick never let the fact that his only child was a girl keep him from teaching her everything about the pharmacy business he would have taught a son. He taught her the names of the drugs, how they worked, what they did. When she asked him who decided to give which drugs to which people, he told her about doctors, and that gave her a dream. 3 years later, when Andrew McKendrick dropped dead from a heart attack one summer evening, an important part of her world died with him, but not her dream of becoming a doctor. Connie's eyes filled with tears. She missed her father so much. She would always miss him. She did not decide to become a psychiatrist until her internship at Cedars-Sinai, where she first started working with teenage suicidal schizophrenics, abused children, all the rejects of Southern California's high-glitz, disposable society. At the end of her 4-year psychiatric residency with Jake Mauder, she turned down an offer from a lucrative private practice in Beverly Hills and joined the staff at John Harris Bedford Clinic, a community mental health center in Hollywood. She parked in the space marked "Reserved for Dr. Stallman" and shut off the car's engine. The aftershock of the Jarrow interview hit her then. She raised a hand to her forehead, late afternoon sunlight streaming in through the tinted windshield. "You know me, yes, Contessa. You know me well." She could hear Tod Jarrow whispering it to her again, making her blood run cold, his soft voice hissing slightly on the S sound. But he had never actually said that. She sat straight up in the front seat, staring out the window shield at the scruffy royal palm beside the pink stucco building in the distance. Pink marble, dark waters, gold towers. "No!" she shouted, scattering the disconnected images. She sat there in the car, thinking he had not said that. She could always check the videotape to be sure, but she knew. Jarrow had been looking at her with those unnerving dark eyes of his, but his lips had not moved. He had said nothing, but she heard it anyway, clearly, distinctively. "You know me, yes, Contessa. You know me well." Contessa? What the hell was that supposed to be? Some Spanish version of her given name, Constance? Contessa. Overwork, she simply thought, opening the car door, putting the whole business out of her mind. Inside her office waiting room, she found her receptionist, Rebecca Martinez, a 4th-year UCLA pre-med student going over appointment instructions with a frail, elderly lady. "Connie, you okay?" "Just fine, Becky, thanks. I heard what happened at the police station. My God, it sounded so awful." Well, it wasn't as quite bad as it sounded. Back in the office lunch area, Connie opened the refrigerator door and hesitated over a choice between organic carrot juice and Diet Pepsi. Feeling guilty, she took the Diet Pepsi and promised herself carrot juice tomorrow. Rebecca poked her head into the lunch area. "All your messages are on your desk, and Ken called just to see how you were doing, but he didn't leave a message." Remembering his concern for her safety at work, Connie wondered what Ken would do if he knew of Jarrow's attack. Did he say anything about, Rebecca shook her head. I didn't tell him. Connie started for her private office, then stopped. Becky, do you know what the word Contessa means? Condessa? No, Connie said, remembering clearly the way she heard Jarrow say it, the way she thought she heard him say it. With a hard T, Contessa. Rebecca shrugged. Condessa means like, a countess or something. I don't know about the other. Contessa, Connie thought, walking into her office, looking at the neat stack of phone messages on her desk. The more she thought about it, the less sense it made. But you never heard it anyway, she reminded herself, except in your head. So forget about it, okay? She sorted through her messages. There were 5 from Jenny Hodges. She felt a twinge of guilt and put those in a separate stack. She also set aside one for Benjamin Simmons' foster parents, Mrs. Amanda Baker. It did not have a callback number. The message consisted of only 2 words, no progress. The phone rang out at the reception desk. Rebecca got it. Connie, for you. I'm transferring, then I'm out of here. Dr. Stallman speaking. Doctor, said a deep, easy-going male voice. I've got this serious problem. I'm married to a beautiful woman. I'm crazy about her. Our kids are crazy about her. The only problem is she spends all her time working with people who really are crazy. So she's never home for dinner. Any suggestions? Connie smiled. I love you, and I'm sorry I'm late. This is not the time to tell him about it, she thought. Not over the phone. I sort of got delayed with that interview at the police station, she said. I'll tell you about it when I get home. And when will that be? Reason I ask is I've got 2 mighty hungry kids over here. They don't want to just see you that much, but their daughter Stevie started yelling in the background. Looks like I'm wrong about that. Yes, they do want to see you after all. Here's one of them to say hello right now. Mommy! Trent gushed into the phone. Hi, Mommy! Hi, baby, Connie said, imagining Trent held in the crook of Ken's arm, grabbing onto the cordless phone with both pudgy hands. How's Mommy's big boy? Mom! Stevie came onto the line. Dad said I pushed Trent into the pool, but I didn't, okay? He fell in by himself because he's such a dork. He's not a dork, Stevie. He's just a little smaller than you. Do you love him more than me? Stevie asked. I love you both the same, and that is a whole lot. I'll be home real soon. Let me talk to Daddy again, okay, sweetheart? When Ken got back on the line, Connie asked, Hasn't Galena given them their dinner yet? She's been helping, Ken said. But tonight's speciality is the world-famous barbecue a la Stallman. I know you health food nuts aren't into barbecue, but hey, at least it's fish. I am not a health food nut, she protested playfully. But that's sweet of you. The kids love barbecue anything. I'll be home right after I return these calls, okay? End of the day phone calls can be a real bitch. Ken agreed. Any of that couldn't wait until tomorrow? Just one, she said, thinking of Jenny Hodges. I guess I could take care of that and then hold the others. Sounds good to me. Okay, it's a deal. See you soon. You'll be... Stevie, keep your hands off the fish, please. Ken turned back to the phone. You'll be making 3 hungry people who love you very happy. She was still smiling as she dialed Jenny Hodges' number. She let it ring 16 times before hanging up. Then she checked her patient directory to make sure the message number was correct. Her phone rang again. Whenever they jump you like that, said the nasal voice with the New York accent. You're supposed to play dead all those years and I taught you nothing? Jake! Bad jokes aside, he lost its banter. You sure you're okay now, Bubbler? Jake, you must be the 4th person to have asked me that today. What's with this forced person bullshit? You okay or not? I'm fine, Jake. I'm completely fine, okay? Between you and me, you don't sound fine. Well, I am, and it happened to me, not you. True. So what happened? Nothing important, Jake. You want the boring details? No, I just called to sell you some junk bonds. Yeah, I want the boring details. Talk. Connie told him what happened. As she did, she could imagine Dr. Jacob Abraham Mauder sitting there in his paper-cluttered office, heavy-faced, pensive, thick-lensed black frame glasses perched low on his nose, thumb flicking absently at his bristly salt and pepper mustache, while he listened silently and carefully, the way he had trained her to do. When she finished, she was the one who broke the silence. Well, I'm sure you left things out. They'll be on the tape. Sure, Connie said, remembering Tod Jarrow's dark eyes. You want to see it? Later. Jake cleared his throat. Not to waste time. It sounds wrong. He's double tracking you. He knows what he did. He knows why. But about the why part, he's not talking. Which wouldn't be unusual for a psychotic personality, if we can assume at that point he's psychotic. We can assume, but there's more to it than that. This schmuck tells you he had no choice about what he did, implying that someone else made him do it. Then he attacks you. I don't like that, Connie. She saw where this was leading. I'll learn more when I finish the interview, Jake. Learn what? How to maybe duck faster the next time? He got a problem with women, right? And for some reason, he seems to have made a transference with you. You know what that means. You think I should turn it over to someone else. Did I say that? I think you should give it some very careful thought. And if you do go ahead with it, you should ask yourself whether it's real empathy or maybe a transference problem of your own. Like I always told you, empathize, never identify. Connie finished the famous martyr insight for him. Yeah, Jake, I know. If you know, do. And if you're really as fine as you claim, why don't you go home to your husband and kids, lady doctor? I was just getting ready to leave when you called, she smiled. Thanks for calling, Jake. You didn't have to. Some Meshuggah jumps my best student and I'm not supposed to call and see how she is? Yeah, well, you're a sweetheart. Give my love to Esther. Then she asked, Jake, does the word Contessa mean countess? What do you think it means? Don't you ever watch old movies like The Barefoot Contessa, 1954, Humphrey Bogart, Ava Gardner? Not a bad flick. Catch it on cable or rent the tape sometime. What language is it, Contessa? Italian? What else? Finnish? You studying language now? No, it's just something to do with that schmuck Jarrow turning you into a linguistic. Goodbye, Jake. She was clearing off her desk when the phone rang. Me again. Jake seemed to be taking over a mouthful of something chewy and delicious. Another famous martyr insight, long as we're talking languages. Guy's first name, Todd. You said only one D, right? Right. Funny way to spell it. Usually has two. Anyway, means death in German, as in Dear Todd in Vendig. You know, Death in Venice, Thomas Mann's story. Great film, by the way. Thanks a lot, Jake. Bye. Screw it, she thought, getting up from her desk and putting Tod Jarrow firmly out of her mind. His dark, burning eyes. Contessa.